So, it's time to work on race.
Wow.
Wow. All right, everybody. It's Tuesday night, and so we're out here working on the car. It's really cold out. Wishing we were probably in North Carolina or Florida or something where it was warm, but we're not. We're in the great Northeast. And so we've been working on stripping my car down. You can see Walt's over there working on, looks like he's probably taking the brake pedal assembly apart.
Starter.
Oh, actually the starter. It's all mounted down in that general area, so you can see. Like we were saying in the last video, it's pretty tight in these when you get everything packed in here, a seat, a transmission, steering box, all that good stuff, and it all fits in there and comfortably for your drivers. So pretty good. Again, this car is getting stripped, be sandblasted and recoated, new body. We found a steering box. One of the ends has got a crack in it right on the end there. I don't know if you can really see it, but that one's going out anyway, so it's done its time. So yeah, we're working away, so we figured we'd bring you along with us in case you were bored.
There's a lot of boredom in New England right now.
Yeah, with COVID, there's a lot of boredom, like Walt just said, lots of boredom. So why not work on your race car and get ready to go through everything. You know, we got Walt's car semi-stripped down. That one's not going to get completely stripped, but definitely gone through and really heavily maintained so that everything's tip-top, because you can't win if you ain't in. So hang on, we'll take you for the ride with us. So just took the right side panhard bar mount off. Took the right side panhard bar. These looks like we ran it in a pavement race down at Claremont Speedway, the last race, and we still, some guys still run them on the dirt. We tend to favor the left side panhard bar right now. This is another mount that's not on the car, but same thing. It can be mounted right here. Come out. Left side bar. Lots of options with these now. Torsion bars, short rods, short radius rods. You can go short on the left, short on the right, short both. Left side panhard bar, right side panhard bar.
J bar.
You can use a J bar. We've tried that.
We've tried it all.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah, and it's really kind of what works for you. Sometimes it's just a matter of what works for you. Some guys like the coilover stuff better on the dry slick, and then some guys will run the bars. They say the coilover stuff's not as good through the rough stuff, but sometimes some of it comes down to a feel. I see guys winning races on both in the crate cars, the big blocks, stuff like that. I don't know, because I've never done it with those, but with the crate cars, you can still be competitive with both. There's a lot less technology out there, or a lot less information, I should say, with the coilover stuff. It's getting better, but the bar stuff, if you're just starting out, you can get a lot of information quick. So, would you agree?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, last year we were on bars. We tried the left side stuff with bars, and I absolutely hated it. You know, and I think Dad was kind of the same. We went back to, I think if you run bars, you run the right side panhard bar. If you're on coils, you run the left side stuff. But it's a feel. I definitely feel that, like over at Devil's Bowl when we ran, when it was really rough, I was almost to the lead, and the two guys that ended up getting by me were bar cars, and they could go through the ruts way better, where these cars just, they get to bouncing because you're kind of on like a spring. It's almost like being on a seesaw. When you get to bouncing, the car bounces, where I feel like the torsion bars are a little more forgiving. But we're going to stick with what we got. We learned so much this year. probably more than we ever have racing any sort of car. And it all seemed to come together at the end. So, and I felt like we were able to make it work on the bite too. You know, like at Lebanon Valley, there's always bite, and we were able to make it work fine with coils. You just have to kind of undo what you do at certain places. Like what we did at Bear Ridge, you have to do the exact opposite. So it's all a learning thing.
As you can see, there's a lot of parts and pieces that go to one of these. And around the shop, you can see right now, it looks like a mess. But it's all parts and pieces coming off of the cars. If you'll notice, there's totes, and what we do is go through, and each car gets assigned totes. They get marked 88, 98, and those pieces will go into the tote. We try to put nuts and bolts, everything with them, inspect all that stuff before it goes back together. It'll get washed and cleaned, and then put back together. Things like radius rods, we check for straightness. Heim joints, check that they actually, you know, they move, and they're not stretched. Things like that. Just all those small things that when you're out racing, you don't want to chase that. A lot of guys miss that stuff. Cheaper is not always better. Trust me, especially on the Heim ends. We've tried some of them. I won't say any names, but we tried some where you can put them in and they just stretch. You'll have this little tunk in the car, you know, whether it be on the front end or on your panic bar or whatever, and they're just not worth it. So you're better off to buy it, you know, a good one, and it lasts, you know, the whole season or half the season, than buy the other ones and chase, you know, the front end being out of alignment or rear end walking on you or whatever it may be. So, but yeah, lots of parts and pieces, lots of storage, but all this stuff over here will go upstairs eventually and into storage, and then as the car comes back and gets gone through, all these pieces will be gone through before we put them back on.
There's one transmission. A lot smaller than the transmission you'd see in your road car or in any other sort of race car. I think it weighs. They're a key piece, that's for sure. And these are all direct drive, so pretty simple. So you got low gear, neutral, high gear, and then reverse, and it's all right in this stick. Then this is your clutch. So this one for him is on the side. This is a newer transmission. A lot of the times, like in my car, it has a Gen 1 transmission, we call it, and you have to shift. The shifters are down here, and they're in between your legs. So this is a nicer setup. Last year I had one of these blow up, so we put the older transmission in, and I ran it. So hopefully this year we'll upgrade to a new one in the other car. Just about ready to take the rear end out. Got the torque arms off. Dad's taking the brake stuff off. As you can tell, well, Dad might be in the same clothes. It's the next day. He's got like 85 of those sweatshirts and blue jeans, so he looks like he's in the same wardrobe. I might not be, but so it's now Wednesday. Got late last night, so we didn't finish. So Dad's finishing taking out the brake lines. We got those all drained. We're just about ready to pull the rear end out. We got the transmission, as I showed last night, and all that out. So pretty much we have to take the rear end out, the fuel cell, and then take this floor slider apart. So, and once we get that and the brake line's done, it'll be ready to sandblast and get some chassis repairs and be put back together once we clean this big thing of parts. We've got parts everywhere. So there you have it. Car's completely stripped. Now we'll take it to sandblast, or we'll probably sandblast some or grind and repair some chassis parts as we had shown. And now you can see the components of a race car all over the floor and in totes. They take up a lot of room. So we'll get this stuff all cleaned. All this stuff needs to be gone through. Everything in the totes or on the floor. I think we're going to take the rear end and have it gone through, transmission, all that stuff. It'll all be completely gone through, and when we put it back together, it'll be like our brand new race car again. So Dad's just finishing up putting the through bolts in. We're taking them out for the rear end, and we're pretty well all set here. We've got a lot of cleaning up to do. So as always, thanks for watching. Hope everybody had a happy new year. Probably get this after New Year's. So you got anything else, Dad?
No, hopefully this goes quick, and maybe the next time you'll see it's going back together. Hopefully, but we'll see. Maybe you'll see some of the chassis work that we do, repairs. So again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
So as he said, thanks for watching. Make sure to like all the videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, Instagram. I think Heather's made TikTok. I'm not much into the TikTok thing, but she likes doing it, so she makes some cool videos for that. So as always, make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Tell a friend. If you have any questions, I got some questions last night about our engines and how they're sealed and all that, and I was more than happy to answer them on Facebook. So questions are always good. We're more than happy to answer them. So as always, thanks for watching, and hope everybody has a good day or night.